Leadership is about changing the organization. It's about taking it from one place to another. And to do that, you have to have ideas.
Paul Sloane is an expert in innovation, lateral thinking and leadership, and has a wealth of business experience behind him, including the UK launch of the IBM PC, MD of Database Leaders Ashton Tate, and CEO of Monoactive Limited.
If you want to be a leader, you've got to start challenging and you've got to start taking some risks. The definition of a leader, by the way, is a leader is someone who has followers. To be a successful leader, you need to be an innovator. It doesn't mean you have to come up with lots of great ideas. You have to be able to lead a team to come up with and implement great ideas, because a leader always changes an organization. A manager simply makes it run, but a leader always takes it from one place to another. That involves innovation. Leadership and innovation live in the same house. Why does Roger Federer serve double faults? He doesn't need to. But if you watch Roger Federer or Novak Djokovic in a 3, 4, 5 set match, they'll typically serve 5, 6 double faults, at least. Why do they do it? Every time they serve a double fault, they're giving a precious point away to their opponent. And they could easily avoid it by doing a second serve like mine, patting it in. The point is that that champion, Roger Federer, has determined that it's worth serving some double faults because he wants to push his second serve as far and as fast as he can so as to not make it easy for his opponent. And he's prepared to accept a certain number of double faults. There's an optimum number of double faults that should be served in a professional tennis match, and it is not 0. And there's an optimum number of mistakes and failures you should be making every month, and it's not 0. If you never make a mistake, you're not trying new things. If everything you try works, you're not being bold enough. And we do it all the time. We go in to see a new client in a new situation, we assume that it's like something else we've seen before. Mark Twain said this. He said, "It's not what we don't know that gets us into trouble. It's what we think we know for sure. The things we think, but the things we're certain of are the most dangerous things. The things we don't know, we can ask about. The things we're sure of, we don't ask about because we're certain of them. And sometimes they're just downright wrong." I'd like you to stand up, please. Let's just try a little experiment with the 200 lawyers, see how this works. Stand up, please, and you need a little bit of space for this. I want you to stretch out your 2 hands in front of you like this. Absolutely straight if you can, please. Straight, keep them straight, that's it. I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. I want you to imagine that attached to your right hand is a helium balloon which is trying to pull your hand up in the air. And on top of your left hand is a big pile of law books that are pushing the hand down. Just imagine it, imagine it. So there's a helium balloon pulling up your right hand. There's a big pile of law books balanced on the top of your left hand. You can really feel the weight they're pushing you down. Open your eyes and look at your hands, please. Thank you. Now, if your hands are separated like yours, you have a powerful imagination. All right? If your hands are still together like yours, then you're more of a realist. You're a bit of a hard-bitten lawyer, aren't you? So whatever the rules are in your business, ask the question, what would happen if we broke them? And that's what lateral thinkers do all the time. The next thing lateral thinkers do is they ask searching questions, very basic questions. And if you want to be a lateral thinker, if you want to be an innovator, if you want to be a change leader, your job is to ask a lot of questions. And the right questions, very basic. The day you joined the organization you work for, you asked a whole bunch of stupid questions. Why do we do this? What's the purpose of this? Chances are you've stopped asking those questions. That's the way we do things around here now. But the innovative thinker is always asking those basic questions. And if the question is there a better way to do what we're doing? The answer is always yes. You just ain't found it yet. Einstein said this. He said, imagination is more important than knowledge. Imagination is more important than knowledge. What do you use in your job most of the time? Knowledge or imagination? Most people are using knowledge. What do we teach at school? Who's got kids going through GCSE? Do they need any imagination to pass GCSE, or do they need knowledge? It's a multiple choice question. It's all knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. A-level, very little imagination. Even a degree course, virtually no imagination. We crush out imagination. When they bring them to work, do it our way. We don't want your ideas, all right? You're a smart young graduate. You just follow our procedures. Learn to do it our way. Fit in. That's the last thing we need in the smart young graduate. We want the smart young graduate to say, well, I've seen some things outside that might work better here. I'm not saying knowledge is a bad thing, by the way. Knowledge is a good thing. But it's when you combine knowledge with imagination that you get the really powerful innovations.